Hi, my name is Paulette, and welcome back to Time for Keto. Well, it's one of those cold, rainy, very dreary days here in Perth, Australia, and I'm cold, and I want something to warm me up. So today, I'm going to show you my homemade hot cocoa, which is so delicious, and it absolutely hits the spot. So let's get started with this simple recipe. So very simple. The ingredients that I'm using today is premium Dutch chocolate, and this is from Plaistow. I will put the picture up just above so you can see what I actually use. This is dark chocolate, so dark cocoa, and it's going to be very rich. And when you make yourself a cocoa, you really want to use the Dutch chocolate because it just has that extra chocolatey flavor and it's so rich and delicious. So I'm using this, but I'm also using icing sugar, and I use this all the time. This is my go-to. Well, to be honest, we don't have that many products here in Perth, but this is a great icing sugar. And this is basically what I'm going to be using for the cocoa. I will give it some added flavor and put a dash of vanilla in there. And if you really want to enhance the flavor, you could easily put like a few sprinkles of salt as well, and that totally enhances that chocolatey flavor. But for me, that's fine. I'm happy with this. So what we need to do first is combine the cocoa with the icing sugar, and it's basically 1 part cocoa and 1 part icing sugar. It's as simple as that. And the amount that I use is I use a tablespoon of cocoa and a tablespoon of the icing sugar, and I blend it together. So let's just do that. Just want to show you how dark this cocoa is. It's very dark. It's not typical cocoa or baking cocoa. This is Dutch cocoa. And the other ingredient, as you know, is 1 part, which is a tablespoon of the icing sugar. And what we're going to do is just blend this together, and then I can show you the next process. What I like to do is heat the milk up in a saucepan on the stove. You can microwave it if you want, but what I'm going to be doing is heating it on the stove, but adding the cocoa with it as the milk is hot. So everything combines really well together. The milk that I'm going to be using today is unsweetened almond milk. That's the go-to milk that I go for. You can use any milk you like. So if you like full cream milk, skim milk, oat milk, or whatever you want, you can use it. This cocoa will basically adapt to any type of milk if you want. It also adapts to hot water. So if you just want to have it with boiling hot water and a dash of milk, you can. Let's turn the stove on. And I have a little saucepan I'm going to use, and I have 200 mils of almond milk, and I'm just going to pour that in now. And I'm going to let that heat up. Sometimes it's good to mix it so it doesn't stick to the bottom of the saucepan, but for now it's fine. So I'm going to heat this up, and then I'm also going to show you another tip that I do when I want to make myself this decadent cocoa. So let's just allow this to heat up, and I will bring you back when it's time to put the cocoa in. I'm also going to show you one last step to this process after the milk has heated up and we've added the cocoa, and that just adds that extra body, I guess, to this cocoa that we're going to be having today. So stick around and I'll show you that one last step. This is heating up really well. It's actually quite hot now to the touch. So I'm just going to turn this down, and I'm going to add my cocoa to the milk. And then we're going to stir this. I'm also going to add that vanilla as well. So let's just stir this. Oh my God, that looks so good. Look how well that dissolved straight away. Okay, so let's just add a dash of vanilla. You don't have to do this, but just like that extra flavor there. And then I'm going to show you what I was talking about, that last step before drinking this cocoa. Okay, that's ready to go. So I'm going to turn this off, and then I'll bring you back. The last step that I was telling you about before we drink this cocoa is a milk frother. So I'm going to froth a little bit of almond milk and put that on top. And I can also sprinkle a little bit of cocoa on top. And I'm so excited. So let's do that. Okay, we're done. Look at that. Can you see the froth? There you go. That's going to be perfect with our cocoa. We're ready now to put everything together and give it a taste test. So here I have a double insulated glass. I think that's just really pretty. So I have that, and I'm going to pour my beautiful, rich hot chocolate in there. Perfect. And now I still have milk. There's froth, but there's milk there as well. So I'm just going to add a little bit more milk. And then I'm going to froth it as well. Look at that. That looks great. I'm so excited to try this. See if I can put any more. I don't want it to tip over, but there you go. Look at that. And I'm just going to sprinkle it with just a touch of cocoa. And there you have it, a beautiful hot cocoa. We'll definitely need to give it the taste test. And also, my next vlog, I'm going to be showing you my tahini chocolate fudge. This looks so good. Probably gonna get froth all over my mouth, so. That is so good. That is just exactly what the doctor ordered for a wintry, wet, rainy day. But you're inside with a delicious cup of hot cocoa that just warms your body. It's just amazing. That Dutch chocolate is so rich. It's so delicious. It's so decadent. And it's so easy to make your own keto hot cocoa. Why not? You know, it's cheaper as well. And you know exactly what ingredients are in here. And you saw how simple that was. You can also maybe add this cocoa mixture with your coffee and you make a mocha out of it, and that would be amazing. So if you really want to go to the next level, you could do that as well. Not only that, you could probably, if you like the flavors and everything's perfect for you, why don't you make a big batch? You know, you could easily do, because you know it's 1 for 1. So you could do 1 cup of Dutch cocoa with 1 cup of no sugar confectionery. So it's easy to do. And you could always add a dash of vanilla or a dash of anything you want, even peppermint or whatever, to give it that extra flavor. So it's a very versatile and very delicious cocoa. It's so good. So I think you should try it, and I think you should let me know. Let me know what you think. And I'm gonna have some of this as well. Why not? It's all guilt-free. That's for the next episode. But for now, I'm gonna stick with my hot cocoa and enjoy it. So thank you so much for joining me today. And if you liked this video, please like and subscribe. It would mean the absolute world to me. And please leave a comment. That also helps the channel. So until next time, I will see you again soon. Bye.